Okay, let's jump straight into this explainer and solve what is honestly the ultimate business paradox facing modern high-end clinics today. We are breaking down a fascinating mystery of clinical reputation management. It's a scenario we see all the time now, a practice with flawless historical feedback that is somehow mysteriously hemorrhaging money. It's a total masterclass in modern digital strategy, and these insights are absolutely crucial for any practice trying to survive and thrive right now. So, picture this. You have a clinic with perfect five-star reviews. The facilities are totally pristine, the staff is highly trained, and historically, patients have absolutely loved the service. But here is the catch. The waiting room sits completely empty, while the rival right across the street has a literal line out the door. Where did the patients go? Well, it is the exact question keeping practice owners up at night. They have the prestige, they have the stars, but the revenue is just falling off a cliff. To figure this out, we have to completely rethink everything we thought we knew about digital trust. Section 1. The Ghost Town, when 5 stars mean nothing. The first thing we need to understand is that modern patients are basically digital detectives. When they are searching for a high-value service, maybe a dental implant or a cosmetic procedure, they do not just glance at those shiny gold stars and call it a day. In fact, 69% of them check the exact date a review was written. They want to know if you were great yesterday, not just if you were great 3 years ago. And this perfectly illustrates the absolute danger of old data. Think of it like a half-life for trust. A review older than 3 months loses half of its relevance instantly. Think about that for a second. You could have a glowing, incredibly detailed testimonial from a thrilled patient, but once those 90 days pass, its persuasive power just drops by 50% in the eyes of a new prospect. To today's consumer, old reviews are not proof of quality. They are just ancient history. Which brings us to a pretty devastating concept. Review velocity is 0. When your practice stops generating new feedback, your velocity flatlines. And why does that matter so much? Because a massive 90.4% of patients trust online reviews just as much as a personal recommendation from a friend. But here's the kicker. That trust is entirely conditional on velocity. If your review velocity is 0, you lose that incredibly powerful word of mouth completely. So the harsh reality here is that you need a continuous stream of 20 to 50 recent reviews just to even be considered trustworthy in the current market. Let that sink in. It is no longer about just having a few good write-ups. It is about maintaining a constant, rhythmic pulse of recent validation. You have to prove that your clinic is active, busy, and thriving today. Section 2. The shadow rival, stealing traffic in real time. Now, while our ghost town clinic is resting on its laurels with those static, ancient reviews, the smart competitor down the street is playing a totally different game. By updating their website daily with fresh feedback, they prove their clinic is a living, breathing entity. They are actively feeding the search algorithms and the patients exactly what they crave. It acts as a psychological trigger that instantly builds a bridge of trust. And frankly, the static clinic just can't compete with that. And here is where it gets really interesting and a little scary. The financial shockwave of ignoring this is massive. A single unaddressed bad review from a high-value patient costs up to £9,000 in lost revenue. We are not just talking about a bruised ego here. We are talking about thousands of pounds literally walking out the door simply because high-value treatment seekers saw a 1-star review that the practice completely ignored. So, how does the shadow rival avoid a £9,000 disaster? Well, they are smart about it. They survive by using an internal feedback loop. They actively capture unhappy patients privately first. By intercepting a poor experience internally, they can resolve the issue before that frustration ever reaches the public internet. It is basically a proactive shield. It protects their public rating while genuinely helping them improve their service at the same time. And because of this active management, that rival secures the ultimate digital prize, a spot in the Google 3-pack. This prime real estate dominates an unbelievable 50% of all local search traffic. Think about it. Half of all potential patients click on those top 3 local results and completely ignore everything else. If your review velocity is dead and your profile is unmanaged, you are basically invisible to half of your entire market. Section 3. The digital blueprint. Automating trust. Clearly, we need a solution. Step 1. Update your Google business profile. Step 2. Automate your SMS requests. And step 3, post video testimonials. This digital blueprint is an automated system completely designed to constantly refresh your social proof. And the best part? It does not distract you from actual patient care. Let's be real. You are a practitioner, not a full-time marketer. Automation is absolutely the key to unlocking this without burning yourself out. The impact of just setting up one of these steps is actually staggering. By simply automating an SMS or email request right after a patient's appointment, you can expect a massive 40 to 60% increase in review volume within just 6 months. You don't have to awkwardly beg for reviews anymore. A polite, automated text message when they're walking out the door, still feeling great about their visit, captures all that positive momentum effortlessly. Furthermore, dropping those dry blocks of text for actual human video testimonials creates a 34% higher conversion rate. People want to see a real human talking about their pain-free experience. This is especially true for highly lucrative, complex procedures like implants. When a prospect sees a video of a genuinely happy patient, it just shatters their anxiety. A 34% lift in conversion simply from adding video is an insane return on investment. Now, speed is absolutely everything here. Practices that respond to reviews within 24 hours see a 16% lift in patient retention. Whether the review is glowing praise or super critical, a fast response signals to everyone reading that you actually care. It proves there are real, attentive humans running the show, not just an answering machine gathering dust. And please, do not let your hard-earned reviews sit in a vacuum on your website. Do not forget to share those before and after photos, paired with the patient reviews, on platforms like Instagram. The data shows this strategy secures a 23% increase in engagement and direct messages. You are essentially turning your happy patients into your most effective marketing team across all your social channels. Section 4. The payoff. Dominating the market. So, what is the payoff for all this? Well, regularly updating your Google business profile reclaims a massive 25 to 32% ranking factor. That is exactly what you need to crush the rival and take back your search territory. Just by keeping your photos fresh, your hours accurate, and your reviews flowing, you are signaling to the search algorithms that you are the absolute most relevant answer in your city. It is the modern digital equivalent of turning on a massive glowing neon sign above your building. And the final piece of the puzzle here is conversion. Once your dynamic aggregate score reaches that magic 4.9 threshold and you display it right there prominently on your homepage, bounce rates just vanish. When patients land on your site and see fresh, real-time proof of excellence, they don't click away to check the rival down the street. They proceed straight to the book consultation button. And this brings us to the absolute core truth of this entire explainer. A clinic's digital footprint is its literal front door. If you do not sweep the porch, nobody comes in. It really does not matter how brilliant your clinical skills are if your online presence looks like an abandoned building. So the ultimate question I want to leave you with today is this. Are you going to let your digital front door rot, or will you take control and start sweeping the porch today?